Hello everyone, my name is Gabby and I'm back with another random video of just me talking about my life experience. So I went to Japan, my first time ever. I definitely enjoyed it. It was really interesting. There were things that were honestly really cool. There were things that are kind of like, okay, this is definitely a different country, and things operate a little bit differently, and it's sort of not exactly the same as home. I guess I'd recommend going, definitely. I mean, especially if you're a weeb like me, you pretty much know what you're going to expect, and it's definitely very fun. It's definitely got the sorts of stuff that you can't really get anywhere else. I probably will want to try and go again one day, but until then, yeah, it was very fun, and I bought a lot of shit. I bought a lot of shit. Big bag. So basically, I thought the most fun way to do a video like this was essentially just grab things from the bag, just go through everything that's in there, and just kind of say, "Oh, this is what it was. This is when I got it. This is what the story is, etc., etc." Because that way, it's just sort of a kind of like a on the fly vlog of me just sort of going through my experiences by the random shit that I bought and kind of saying, "Oh, this is where I got it. This is the things I went to, yada yada yada." It's very fun. It's a very fun experience. Also, if I sound a little bit different from usual, that's probably because I sort of lost my voice a few days ago. It actually wasn't in Japan, it was in London. I went to London afterwards, and at some point I lost my voice, and so it's still a little bit croaky, but it's mostly back at this point. Anyway, let's just get started, shall we? So, in no particular order. Also, I guess I should also mention the bag. It's a Precure bag from the Precure Pretty store in Tokyo the Tokyo station, like the train station. That's where one of the Precure stores, merchandise stores, are. And so it's one of those things. Of course, it's like, do you need a bag? They give you a bag afterwards. And so, I have a few of these now. I've got one of these from the Precure store, one of these from the Nintendo store, one of them from the Pokemon store. So, but this one was the biggest one. So anyway, let's get started. The first things that sort of pop out to me when I look at them is I got three Pokemon plushies. No, four. I have four Pokemon plushies. Let's go through them all right now. I got three Pokemon from the Pokemon Fit line. So this was all at the Pokemon store in Tokyo, on Tokyo Station, or Pokemon Center, I think that's what they call them. I actually went to a few Pokemon centers, but I kind of got most of them at the one in the Tokyo Station, which was the first one I went to, which is kind of almost ironic, really, because it was probably one of the smaller ones I went to, but I kind of got a lot of them. So yeah, I got three of the Pokemon Fit line, which are essentially all Pokemon Sitting Cuties, I think they call them in America. They just essentially wanted to do a line of plushes for literally every Pokemon in existence. They've gotten up to Gen 6 now, but only in Japan. I think Gen 6 ones aren't in America. But yeah, so first one is this one. It's a fluffy one. For some reason, it was really interesting because I didn't see any Mareep ones or Ampharos ones. I only saw this fluff, but I saw this fluffy one, and I was like, oh, it's just it's just really personally very cute. It's not like Fluffy specifically is my favorite Pokemon. I think I like Mareep a little bit more because it's more sheepy, but like it's so fluffy, and it was just sitting there, and I was like, okay, you're not really going to get many plushies of this, so I'm gonna get it. Look at it. Look at the wool. The wool sort of thing. It's such a plushy plush. I really love it. So that's number one. I also got Piplup because Piplup is one of my favorite starter Pokemon. It's very cute. I just, once again, saw it there and just wanted to get a Piplup. And then of course, I got a Fennekin. I had to get a Fennekin because, it's my brand along with Vulpix. I also have a Vulpix. I'll show you that later. But so I think so. Yeah, from what I think so like all the Pokemon centers in Japan, they had the sitting cuties. The Pokemon Fit, sorry, Pokemon Fit, and I don't think the Gen 6 ones have come out in America yet, or at least like a proper official like English release. They're only in Japan at the moment, so they've got like all the Gen 6 Pokemon, and one of them is the Fennekin. So I had to get a Fennekin plushie because I did. And yeah, if you're wondering what about Vulpix, what about my channel name, I did also get a Vulpix. Here it is. It's the Alolan Vulpix. I guess I was mulling up whether to get a regular Vulpix as well, but this Alolan Vulpix is like it's the All Star Collection line. It's like line of, like, I guess, bigger, more premium plushies. So I was just like, it's very cute and big sized and official, not some weird bootleg one. So I wanted to get it. It's like it's I have a Vulpix plushie that is like a fan made one where all the tails are separate, which is really neat. Obviously, these ones they're all tied together, but it's just so soft. I love this little Vulpix. It's very cute and big. Like I said, a lot bigger than the Pokemon Fit ones. They're like made for essentially being cheap. They're all like they're all like under like 2,000 yen pretty much, except like so. But this is like a proper Pokemon plush size Pokemon plush. So I love this Vulpix. It's very cute and soft. So yeah, those are the Pokemon plushies I think I got. I think that's all of them. We'll see. I got these bags. This one I got at Kyoto, one of the Kyoto shrines. This one I got at the souvenirs at the airport. Um, I just thought somebody might want them as a gift, like a family member or something. And the thing sort of said like the tour guide when we were in Kyoto was like, oh yeah, like the silk thing is like a traditional Japanese sort of craft, and you should buy something to support the artists and all that. So I was like, okay, sure. This one, I don't know. It does say made in Japan, so maybe this is also supporting it. But this one I got like at Kyoto, so it feels a bit more authentic. I don't know what I'll do with them if somebody wants them at home, one of my friends or family. We'll see. All right, what else do I have? So I got some bean plushies. So I got 3 bean plushies. Uh, by bean plushies, I mean these things. Those you see them as like lots of like merchandise things. So these two are from Precure ones. I got these at the Precure store. There were a few. There wasn't actually any of Curiel, or I mean, there was some of Hugto, I think, but I think. So this one is from Hugto, which is my favorite season. It says Cure Amour or Lulu or Ruru or whatever her name is. She's very cute. And I got one for the recent season. This is Kunyami. She is a cat. She says Shikata wa nai every time she transforms. And like I don't know if you say she's my favorite of the season, but she clearly has the writers clearly have a lot of love for her and give her a lot of attention and a lot of cute little moments. So I decided I would get one from the recent season, one from a previous season, and my third bean is this one. It's Okami. It's Okami Amaterasu. Um, it's so this was from the Capcom store, which is in Osaka, I think. I think that's where it was. I just saw it there while I was there, and I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." I was like, I got a few other things, little things from the Capcom store as well. But yeah, I was like, "Oh, there was a little bean of Amaterasu. Like that is the cutest. Look at the little thing and his little paintbrush tail. It's so cute. It's so squishy." So had to get some beans. And speaking of plushies, I have one more. Ta-da! It's a slime from Dragon Quest. I actually still haven't opened this one. I should while I'm here. Um, so this one was at, actually you can see here, it was at Ami Ami. It was 770 yen, so pretty good price. I didn't go to a Square Enix like store or anything. They just had this at Ami Ami with lots of other things. It's just a little slime. I have to give my Akira Toriyama respects. And also, it's cute and squishy, and it's a little Dragon Quest slime. Had to get it. So, yep, into the pile it goes. All right, plushies are gone. What have I also got? I have some clear files. Tell you what, first I did this one. It was from one of the Pokemon centers. I don't remember which one it is. So there's two. It looks like it's a set of 2 clear files. So there is Nimona, everybody's favorite, literally Goku rival from Scarlet and Violet, and then there is Iono, the like YouTuber, influencer, cringe little girl, gym leader from Scarlet and Violet. I just think Iono is very cute, so I decided I would get that. And I'm like Nimona is also cool. Her design's kind of boring, but that's just yeah. So I decided to get those clear files. I think that wait, yeah, I mean, yeah, no, they're clear files. I also got this one. So this one was interesting. This was in Osaka at Osaka Castle. It turns out at Osaka Castle they just have what seems to be a semi-permanent Detective Conan collaboration like thing where in like this area that's like not in the castle, but like this building that's like next to the castle. I think it used to be like a barracks or something for an army thing. But there's like a Detective Conan, like little cafe, like collab cafe area, and a little merchandise shop. And so they had all of these different, like, different bits of merchandise that you could get for these. I said this one was like I think is like a previous, like a one from like a few weeks, months before. Of it was like Detective Conan summer vacation. I've only really watched a few episodes of Detective Conan, but I just thought that this art was so cute, and I just happened to find this random thing in the middle of a tourist attraction. I was just gonna get something. I just think Conan's cute. Isn't he cute? Cute little detective boy. Okay, what's next? Actually, yeah, let's have some fun. Let's look at these things. So I have also gotten some of the Wafer toys. These, well, no, okay. Dragon Ball One, of course. They're very easy to find. Like they're kind of literally in every convenience store and supermarket ever. There's always just going to be a few of these sort of things. A lot of One Piece, also a lot of Dragon Ball ones. Whereas these ones are Fate Grand Order wafers. I saw these ones at, I think it was at Ami Ami, or at least one of the stores in Akihabara. And I think I am single handedly fueling keeping Fate Granddaughter alive because it's a gotcha game, but it's like it's not the hotness, big hotness gotcha game anymore. Because like Genshin and Honkai Star Rail and all the other ones like Nikkei and Blue Archive and I don't know, all these other ones kind of taken Fate Granddaughter's thunder, whereas FGO is a bit more uh antiquated by gameplay isn't as modern by comparison, but I still enjoy it, and so I wanted to get some little merch. You get some little cards here, I think. Yeah, so yeah, you get some cards with the wafers. Same thing with this. I think you get a little sticker with the wafers. I can't remember. So you know what? Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm not going to eat the wafers right now, but I do want to open them to see. We can do a little blind opening of the boxes here. There were some options, and I guess this one's interesting because there is a Gohan card there, a Gohan versus Cell one. I can't, like, if you look at the back, it's got like in Japanese, it's got like all the ones you can possibly get, but I'm not honestly going to read. I want to try and do this blind. No, I don't know what's the best way to open this. Cho Senshi Seal Wafers Super. Okay. Oh, they're actually sweet wafers. I thought they would be like salty ones or like savory ones. Maybe those are like different ones. Okay, but where's the sticker part? Uh, as you can see, wafers inside. Oh, it's just underneath it at the back here. Oh, interesting. It is Muten Roshi doing the Mafuba. That's kind of cool. I think that's kind of cool. I'm just gonna put those wafers here. Not exactly one I would, want to specifically get, but hey, it's something. Really, it's basically just a little bonus you get with the wafers for the children. This is really for the children. That being said, the Fate Granddaughter one I wouldn't say is for children, but I guess it still has a oh maybe I got this at Volks. It says Volks Inc. Maybe it was at some another store. It has this little, it gave me this little tape here to put the two together because I bought two just in case. I could have bought two of the Dragon Ball wafers, but like I don't know what one I want. Whereas like the Fate Granddaughter, there's a few characters that I would like because it seems to be it's kind of yeah, just judging by some of the characters from Summer, like the summer that hasn't the summer that's coming up in the English server. It's already happened in the Japanese server. And there's some cool, some fun characters from Lost Belt 6 got some variants. So let's see. Open this one up. Number one. Let's see what we have. Okay, interesting. So I have first one is Pretender Tlaloc. I don't know who she is. She's from Lost Belt 7. I haven't played Lost Belt 7. Um yeah, it's not out in English yet. So, well, hopefully I like her because, well, yeah, that's the first one. What's the second one? Second one is UDK Bargast, Summer Bargast. I think Bargast is cool, even though her design is very that. I think she's a fun character at least. So yeah, I'm fine with those. I guess it probably is the case that actually like the 5-star characters are probably rarer to get because it looks like there's sort of a bit of a rarity tier list there. Yeah, like look normal, rare, and then yeah, like I bet like the SRs are the ones like on the covers. Like some are Castoria, some are Morgan, some are Oberon. I'm sure those are like the difficult ones to get because they're the fan favorites. But yeah, sure. I guess while we're still talking about like Fate stuff as well, I also got this. It's an acrylic stand of Tonalico or Ash or Morgan Lily. Sorry, spoilers for Lost Belt 6, but if you haven't played it, I wouldn't make any context make sense in context anyway. So they had little acrylic stands of like and acrylic stands and like keychains of essentially just yeah like the batch of characters released near around Lost Belt 7 and like the sort of like 8th anniversary I think it is. She was the release for 8th anniversary, so she's an alternate of an existing character, but I think she's cute. I like saber faces, so and I like Yui Ishikawa, so yeah, I decided to get that. They don't have like regular Castoria. If there was, I probably would have gotten that, but I already have I've already got so much Castoria merch now. I have the Castoria Nendoroid, and I got this Castoria keychain from a Ichiban Kuji thing, not in Japan, in Australia at a convention. Oh yeah, I have a little Hokusai fridge magnet. I went to there was a Hokusai museum actually, and I was just near where a pub when where we stayed at one point. So I went to the Hokusai museum, and I was like, I might as well get like a Hokusai bit of merchandise to commemorate that. So that's cool. Got a bunch of keychains. This one is from the Precure store. This is Cure Blossom Heart Catch. I thought, it's cute. I like Heart Catch, and really getting any sort of merchandise for Heart Catch is always pretty difficult because it's a fan favorite season and it's pretty old now. So also got a Fate Granddaughter keychain. This is Sei Shonagon. As you see, I also have a figure of her up there. You can kind of see it. So I thought, they have those of like most units in the game. So I was like, yeah, I'll get Sei because she's like got my favorite design because it's very cute and colorful. Also got this random thing at the airport. It's a Kuromi in like Japan with like the Great Wave in the background, various generic set. Because basically, I really didn't get any Sanrio stuff while I was there. So I was like, I should get one Sanrio thing. So while I was at the airport, I just got that. Speaking of, also at the airport, I got this. You're wondering where I haven't had that much Dragon Ball stuff, but look, yeah, it's an SH Figure Arts Goku. The reason why I bought it is because of that price tag. 3,500 yen. It's about $35 in Australia. That is like the cheapest I've ever seen any sort of new SH Figure Arts ever. Pretty much. I don't know if it's because it was at the airport, so it was like duty free or whatever, or just because it's in Japan and it's cheaper. But like, I feel like especially nowadays, the SH Figure Arts prices are ridiculously high. So I blame Doug. I blame Doug Drabaz. I was like, didn't know if I was gonna get. I just sort of took a picture and showed it to him, and he's like, "Gabby, you should get it. I think you'll like SH Figure Arts." So it's all his fault. Tell you what, let's do the books next. Although when it comes in terms of books, there's only really one book, proper book. I found this at a bookstore in just a random one in Kyoto, I think. And it was like I know that it's essentially a little like anime guide thing for the season of Precure, which was the most recent season. I see these like I think they're quite cool because it's almost like they have like also some staff interviews and stuff near the end and cast interviews and stuff like that. So I thought it was really cool that I actually saw one of these in the wild. I feel like these normally get sold out pretty quickly, so it was like a yeah sure I'll buy one of these because even though Hiragara Sky wasn't like my favorite season and it kind of lost some momentum partway through, I think it was cute. I thought the characters are all really great, so sure I'll get that. Also, this isn't actually a book it was just something that was there at the Nintendo store. I went to the one in Kyoto. Um, they had this Nintendo magazine thing, and there was a Japanese version, but also they had a version of that in English, which is very cool. Like it's just like a what a sort of a Nintendo Power old sort of magazine would actually be like, and I think that's really cool, honestly. And the fact that it's all translated into English as well. I think it's a really cool, accessible sort of thing. It's an advertisement magazine, but like advertisement magazines are going out of style now, so it's just really cool to see. All right, we're getting to more little things. Also at the Nintendo store, I got this thing. Uh, People on Twitter online were talking about this thing because it was a Nintendo gachapon, and these were gachapons at the Nintendo store specifically, only the Nintendo store. And what they had is these different options. So you could get like a Super Famicom, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, and GameCube. Like essentially part of a controller. And the reason why people were talking about it online is that apparently the GameCube C stick, like you could actually use that and like take it out and essentially replace your old one for your GameCube controllers if you're still using GameCube controllers to play Smash Brothers or something. Um, and so it was essentially like Nintendo was actually manufacturing new parts for this, but only for this gashapon. It was very cool. They were like these big like red gachapon machines at the Nintendo store. It was only like 5 per person. I could have probably tried more, but also it was 600 yen a pop, which is obviously pretty expensive for gachapon standards. And obviously you had to do that in coins, so you had to actually have get all the coins ready. I got the Super Nintendo one. Probably not my favorite choice. I would have liked a thumbstick because that would just be a lot more fun to play with. But yeah, it's fine. It's very cool. I'll unpackage that one point later. I don't need to unpackage everything at the moment. What else do I have? Speaking of gachapon, I have a lot of gachapon. So most of the gachapon I got were Precure stuff. Honestly, I feel like I actually didn't see that many Dragon Ball ones. I did see a lot of just like just different gachapon at different place. So the Precure ones I really wanted to get were the ones that had little like essentially tiny versions of the toys that you can get in Precure, which I thought was just cute instead of having the actual ones. There was the most recent one seemed to be sold out. It seems like actually the thing about Precure merch is it's not that it's expensive or anything. It's that it's in relatively small supply compared to like how popular it is as a children's franchise. So if you want to try and get Precure collectible specific ones, they might actually kind of just be sold out like completely. And so yeah, it's kind of hard to get. So the ones I managed to get, actually I got this one surprisingly was an old one. This was like a Hirogaru Sky one, which I saw in I think in Kyoto again. And I was really surprised at that because Paragon's got this last year's season. Obviously, generally you try to update the gachapon with the new fancy season because children have what's the word? Children have short attention spans. But yeah, like this is the little book. I forgot what you call it, the Majesty Chroniclon, I think it was, which was the big toy for the sort of the third, fourth core of the season. Here goes Sky. So this is it's not the actual it's the little it's got a little thing in it where so that you can change it between Elichan and Cure Majesty instead of just like something else. It's not exactly how it works in the show, but there's probably another version of that in the Gashapon. It's there somewhere. I also got this one, which was this was the one I think it's called the Wonderful Tax or something maybe I don't know. So this is what I went on from Wonderful Precure. There was like a second one for like the second core of Wonderful Precure ones like this, but it was sold out. So yeah, I couldn't get that. I did get this one. It's just still like kind of a little fun, cutesy version because instead of having the little dog symbol on the top, it's got like cure friendly or cure wonderful. You can take this one out and exchange it with the other one if you want. So that's cute. Also got Precure related. I got they had little rubber keychains, so you could get a few of those. And the one I got was Mayu. So before she's transformed to kill Lillian, quite cute. So got that one. Also got this. This was Ojamajo Dore Mi Gachapon, and it had all of the little like transformation devices in that one. So I thought it was really cute. And it's not just that, but it's also a tiny, tiny little hand mirror. And you see it's Ojamajo like 25th anniversary in it. So it's kind of like it's interesting because it's like I guess it's both, cute little toy for children, but it's also like cute little collectible for nostalgic adults. So yeah, I think this is like the second season transformation one. So yeah, I like it. I like the rainbow. The rainbow's cute. Also, in terms of gachapon, I got this one. This was at Asakusa, not Asakusa. Well, Asakusa, yes, but also at Sensoji, at the big Buddhist temple in Asakusa, which is like one of the biggest tourist areas in Tokyo, actually. Uh, so there's a place called is it like Nak- Nakamise Street, or is that the Takashita Street? And I think Takashita Street's the one in Harajuku. Nakamise Street is the one in Asakusa. And basically, it's a whole like tourist corner, just like leading up to the temple. That it's just lots of souvenir shops, and they had this tiny little gachapon machine on the side of one of the shops that are just sold like different little like options of like souvenir pins, and I thought that was just very cute. So I got it, or at least I would if I could open this goddamn thing. Uh, I kept it in the gashapon because I thought that was cute, but like now I'm regretting my own decisions. Tell you what, screw it. I'll open it up later, but you can kind of see inside. It is essentially, I think it's like the Kaminarimon Gate or something. It's like one of the big gates leading up to the Sensoji Shrine because there's that big lantern thing there. So it's that in a pin form, which is very cute. So yeah, cool, very cool. I got these other ones in the Nintendo, all the other things from the Nintendo store in Kyoto. First was okay, yeah, this is a magnet collection. So this one I've already opened actually. It's yeah, so you can. It's a Super Mario like mainline Super Mario series like magnets, and they got like the box art there. The one I got was Super Mario 3D World. I completely forgot. It's like angled like that, so that it's you can't really see it a close up, but essentially the logo and the cat Mario is like in the foreground. So I think that's very cute. That's like also very fitting for Mario 3D World, at least. But yeah, so that's like a fridge magnet. I'm just gonna shove these in the fridge. But the other really super cool thing I got at Nintendo was this. Uh, it is a Tears of the Kingdom pin thing, and the pins are actually the Zonai secret stones from Tears of the Kingdom. You know, the eponymous Tears of the Kingdom, or at least some of them. One of the ways you can translate that title. I think that is like that is so cool. They had not that much Zelda merch, but like some of the Tears of Kingdom the merch they had in the Nintendo store was super interesting and super clever. Like they had essentially a little scale version of the Hudson signs. You know, the ones where you have to use ultra hand to like make a device to stop the sign from falling over. They had little versions of that, and they actually did fall over. So it was actually you could basically make your own little version of something to keep the thing holding up, which I think is like that is the most clever idea for merchandise ever. Like what the hell? So yeah, so they have the options there. It essentially it's another blind box. You could buy like a full complete set for like a slight discount, but like that's very expensive. I don't need 8 pins. So yeah, the options are obviously probably wind, fire, water, lightning, spirit, probably, and then I think one of them is time, one of them is light, and then darkness, like Ganondorf's one. Like I think that's very cool. So I already opened this one up because I couldn't wait to see what I was gonna get. I got I got lightning, which is fine. I just didn't really want to get darkness because I don't need like evil one. I don't like getting evil ones. So it's actually a pin. It's not a. I thought it was just like a figure or some like a little like trinket, but it's actually a pin. So you can take the pin out. And like that's so it's kind of cool, but I don't really use pins that much, but I just think this is quite possibly the coolest piece of merchandise that they ever thought about doing for Zelda, and the fact that this is literally for sale in Japan only, it's like that's such a waste, right? They because it's people would buy the shit out of these things. Maybe that's why they don't do it, because otherwise people are gonna like start scalping this stuff. I didn't even know those things existed until I went to the Nintendo store. So it was super cool. I got a folding fan. um yeah, actually just at the Don Quixotes, which are like these like I don't even know what you call them, variety stores that just have like everything, including weird shit. Um, I decided to buy it first of all because it was pretty. Second of all, it could have been like a gift for somebody maybe, and third of all because it is hot in summer in Japan. My advice. I did survive summer in Japan, which makes me feel accomplished somehow. I didn't die of heat stroke. My advice on how to survive summer in Japan, because it is no joke, it is very hot. Um, just don't do a day trip. Just do like half day trips, and make sure that there's always a place you can go back to in the shade and or especially in air conditioning to relax a little bit, have a break, have a rest, and refill your water bottles. Like, because yeah, the heat's no joke. You just got to be conservative and be careful with your time. But so yeah, at one point I decided, oh yeah, like people in Japan are just going around with these folding fans or the Honeywell fans or these like tiny little like electronic like little fans that you just hold close to you, like electric fans. Um or like just yeah, just all sorts of little cooling solutions that people in Japan are not like embarrassed to just have those around with them because everyone knows it's so hot. So that's cool. I got some more pre-cured keychains. This one I found at like I don't know, Ami or something like that. One of the Akihabara shops. I think it comes with a thing of gum. I think is what they call the shokugan or like the candy toys. So it comes with some candy, which in this case is gum, and a keychain. So this one is not a blind box. It's you already know which one you're getting from the front, but there's like all the ones in the line at least. So it's wonderful Precure, Cure wonderful. I said I had to get it because, like I said, Precure merchandise. It seems to actually like get sold out surprisingly quickly, despite like how popular it is and widespread it is. So I guess I was like, yeah, sure, I want to get it. So yeah, pretty decent. Not like fully colored because her skirt could like the little bubbles in her skirt could have been colored a little bit more or whatever, but it's fine. It's like kind of a little sheepy keychain, but it's cute. I think it's cute. She's like jumping in the air, all excited, like the little dog that she is. She is a literal dog, a papillon dog. She has small dog energy. I also found these. Actually, did I check out the packaging for it? I don't know. Maybe I did. But essentially, they were Precure 20th anniversary keychains, and so they were blind box ones, and so like this one, for example, those keychains, and you could get something with like this sort of design, but it had the little transformation device of the season. I happened to get the Hugto Precure one, which is great because that's my favorite season, at least. Then there was another one where it would have like a little screenshot of like from like one of the lead of the season. This one was Star Twinkle, so it's Cure Star there. It's all right, pretty cute. At least I think like that's like I like that it's sort of a 3D keychain and it's got these little squares on it. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I got these ones. These ones were at the TV Asahi shop in Character Street on the Tokyo Station. So, like, not only do the franchises have their own shops, sometimes the TV stations do too. And since TV Asahi are the ones that air Precure, they still had some Precure 20th anniversary merchandise, even though like that was more for like last year's stuff. So of course I wanted to get some of that. There's also some other stuff I got at the Capcom store. First, I got this. I think this is super cool. It is a Yowie ruler. No, it's not a Yowie ruler. It is a ruler, but it's like based on Phoenix Wright and Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney. You can see the like silhouettes there. Got their little badges, and and then like the courtroom in the center. I think that's very cool, as well as kind of being a Yaoi ruler because they are the Yaoi fangirls love Narumitsu, which is their ship name. I know this. I don't really ship, but I just know that. So yeah, it's like metal too. It's very cool. It's like a piece of copper or something. Feels like it got bent somehow, but that's really cool. It says Yakuten Saiban there, which is the name of Ace Attorney in Japanese. Like, how cool is this, right? It's so random, but it's really cool. Also, they put some little washi tape there for the Capcom thing. I guess I don't know, maybe to show it was like legit or something. And it looks like I don't know who these characters are, but they look like Mega Man pixel versions of other Capcom characters, which sounds really cute. They probably had the washi tape on sale. Yeah, I also got this. It looks like a bunch of acrylic stands from Ghost Trick. Like, what? I played Ghost Trick a few months ago. I thought it was definitely a fun game. Also made by the creator of Ace Attorney, Shu Takumi. It also has Shu Takumi's dog as a character. It- well, not actually his dog, but based on his dog. It's this Missile based on Shu Takumi's Pomeranian Missile, who is also whose name comes from Missile, the police dog in like Ace Attorney 1 that you could use for like one quest. So I probably shouldn't have peeled that off. I haven't opened this one up, so I actually don't know which character I'd be. I mean, I'm fine with all of these characters. To be fair, they're all cute. So let's see which one I get. Da 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 da. Of course, of all the ones I got the lamp, also known as Ray. Yes, the lamp is a character in Ghost Trick. It's a long story. It's interesting I got it because the lamp is probably the most like if you know, you know of all of Ghost Trick. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's like the lamp and the cat. There are a lot of like just like holy shit plot twists at the end. So it is one of those things where it's like oh, okay, why is there a lamp? And then like just endless sobbing. No, not the lamp. Anyway, that's really cool. The little Ghost Trick thing on there. So yeah, the other options were it was probably like my least wanted option, but who cares? It's a blind box. I wasn't gonna get another one anyway. Like that's really cool. When are you Ghost Trick merchandise? Like what the hell? All right, I've got two things left. Tell you what, I'll do these ones first. So these, actually no, it's three things technically. First of all, some Dragon Ball Heroes cards. Oh, Super Dragon Ball Heroes cards. Sorry, this was at like another place, like a card shop in Akihabara, and they had like it was like a little, not a gachapon, kind of a gachapon, maybe a gachapon. And basically it was it was just like it just it just gave you a packet of random cards, which I don't think is the official way that you know buy these. I think these like sort of secondhand cards or whatever. But like who cares? I was like they was cheap, and I wanted to get some Dragon Ball Heroes cards. So yeah, just random ones. But yeah, it was just a random Goku in the yard rat outfit, and then a cute little Pan superhero. I think that's like I like that because obviously I like superhero and Pan as well as cute. So I'm glad I got that one. So I wanted to have these in person to really sort of feel what they're like, and yeah, they're sparkly. It really do remind me of Dokkan units, like just the way they have these like stock effects and stuff. I don't know, but it's cute. I'm glad I got the Pan one at least. And speaking of cards, I also have a bunch more cards. These are from Fate Granddaughter Arcade. I decided, like I said, I was single handedly trying to keep Fate Granddaughter alive. So I decided to play the arcade game because it's an arcade game and you can print. The cool thing about it is you can print out a cards of it afterwards of the characters you get. It's going to be stopping releasing updates, which makes me think that they're going to end the service soon and shut down all the games. At that point, you're never going to be able to get these cards. So I was like, sure, I'll try and get some of these cards. I actually have the mash. What do you get when you start the game? I actually have two mashes because I tried the game twice, and both times I forgot you need to buy one of these cards to like save your progress on it, and I forgot to bring it to the other time I went to an arcade and saw it again. So I just decided to start again. So I've got two mashes, which are like the starting units. I got, and then so these two were characters I got. They're just characters I got from the gacha. You do actually have to get the units from the gacha. If you and the gacha is like 100 yen per spin, which technically is like essentially the same, like the same amount as if you were buying currency to roll on the gacha on in Fate Grand Order. But why would you do that? That feels like a real waste of money. It's like, oh, if you get in the arcade, if you do a 10 pull, you're guaranteed a 4-star servant or higher. But like, why would you spend $10 on that? Like, whereas in the actual gacha, like maybe it's harder to get like 4-star, 5-star units, but like at least you can actually get currency by playing the game and not just by putting in more coins. So it was a bit of a scam. And so, of course, I only got the 1 stars and 2 star characters, which are in the pools for the arcade games, not for in the actual gacha games. The 1 and 2 star characters are only in like the friend points gacha. So not any rare ones. But I decided I could get one rare one, which was this one, which is the Da Vinci Rider, but like a 4 star, I guess. I think this is like a free unit. So you start the like event, you put the event that it's got, and you get that card, but you have to then pay an extra like 100 yen for actually print out the card. But I wanted to say, oh, I have one gold unit. You also get when you keep playing through the game, you get commemorative craft essences, or basically like it's like essentially in Fate Grand Order, they're basically like equipment to equip to your characters. And so this was like from essentially beating like the prologue chapter, which isn't difficult because you just use you just I couldn't actually figure out how to use my own units, and they just give you friend units that are overpowered. So it's very easy to get through the early parts of the game. So yeah, those were my Fate Grand Order experience, arcade experience. It was interesting. I'm glad I did it. It's probably going to be gone next year, so I also got this little sticker thing. This was at the Nintendo store. You could log in with your Nintendo Network ID and then you'd get a sticker. So I wanted to get an extra thing. Okay, and so I think the last thing that I have here are some things from Mandarake. So what I really wanted to do when I was here was get some old Precure toys. Turns out that's harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought Mandarake would be the place to have these sorts of things because Mandarake is like a secondhand store that just has lots of people putting in their collections and stuff. I thought they would have some old Precure toys, and honestly, I went to like two Mandarake. One I couldn't find any at all. The other one I only find a little few, and some of them were like only just like toys from like last year or like 2020. Like they didn't have that many, and makes me realize that actually maybe secondhand toys are actually a lot harder to come by than I thought they would. But I did find these. These are I think essentially if you look at the covers, I think these were like what do they call them? The Shokugan toys, the candy toys, like this one. But instead of it being like a keychain, they were these like cheaper versions of the like element bottles, which were the little like trinkets from Healing Good Precure, which is the season from 2020. So I thought, oh, that's cool. It's an actual. I don't have the healing stick to use for them, but I could use the element bottles. I could at least just have them as collectibles. And these are probably difficult to open, so I didn't bring any scissors. So whatever. I'll open them another time, I think, maybe, because I'm not sure the best way to do this. But yeah, I got those as well. So that's everything. Well, there's a little pen thing, but that's supposed to go with this gashapon. It's supposed to like you like touch the symbols on it with the little pen, but there's no good way to attach it. So that's a bit annoying, but whatever. Oh no, sorry. One more thing. At the Pokemon centers, there are little like commemorative Pikachu, special Pikachu version plushes, which I didn't get, even though I probably could have, but I just decided not to. But they also had little commemorative coin things you could do. If you put in a coin, you get a commemorative coin. It's like this was the one from Kyoto, the Pokemon Center in Kyoto, and it's a little like Pikachu dressed up in a little like kimono or something, and it says like Pokemon Center Kyoto on it. Um, so yeah, it was just one of those like commemorative coin machines, and I thought, you know what, I might as well do that, get one of them because that sounds cool. And then I didn't. Then I proceeded to not do that for every other Pokemon Center I visited because reasons. There were just too many things I could have thought about collecting. There's just so much. There's just so many things that if you are a fan and if you're a collector, there's just almost too much in Japan. And I will say as well, for a society where technically gambling is illegal, there is a lot of gambling in terms of your gachapons and your blind bags, your mystery bags. There is a lot of just, if you want to collect all of these, you'll have to get a lot of them because that's how you want to have to buy multiple of them because that's how they get you. If you want to buy them, you have to go out to this special place for a limited time only, where you can get exclusive merchandise which you can't get anywhere because that's how they get you. It's how they get you. But the good thing is, I guess those things are often pretty small, so they're a bit easier to. They didn't, lug up my suitcase. There's actually a few more, actually technically like four more little things that I bought that I don't have here because they were presents for my little niece and nephew. Because my nephew, who is 4, while I was there, like I really wanted to get like a Super Sentai or a Kamen Rider toy for him, like a Tokusatsu toy, because I think those are just so cool. I'm sure he would love them. What I ended up settling on getting was a toy from the recent Ultraman series. It's like a little diamond thing, and you like twist the diamond shape. You can put like this cube in the center, and then you like twist the diamond shape, and it makes noises. In Ami Ami, they had like a working version of it as like a little sample to sort of have a play with. And I was like, this is so cool. My little nephew, my 4-year-old nephew, definitely not me, would love this. Definitely not me. I am not buying this for myself. Definitely not. Nope, 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 nope. Why am I saying nope so many times? I used to got him a little car, which was also a Super Sentai car, and a Mario plushie because he likes Mario. And for my niece, who is 2, I didn't know what she wanted, so I got her a little plushie of a deer while I was in Nara. Nara, they have lots of deer, and they have lots of deer plushies, so I thought she'd like that. I don't know. Honestly, I think compared to vlogs of other people that I've seen who've gone to Japan, I honestly think I was pretty restrained. I don't think I have a problem at all. I think I manage pretty well. All the stuff I bought is just placed here haphazardly everywhere, and I don't know where to put half of it, but I think I'm fine. I think I managed I budgeted pretty well. Japan was really fun. It was definitely fun. I'm glad I went. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past few weeks, as opposed to what I'm doing for the next few weeks or months. Who knows? Like I said, like I say, I basically upload to this channel whenever there's something I just need to share. And this is just all of this random bullshit that I bought that nobody else cares about except people online. Like, you guys get it. You guys get my context of all this stuff. So it's very fun. Anyway, I've been recording for a while and my throat, which is still not 100%, is kind of hurting now. So probably shouldn't have done all that talking, but oh well. I wanted to get this at some point out of the way, especially while the memories are still sort of fresh in my head and I know why I bought all these random things. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I hope you guys have all been having a good time and good lives and whatever. And I'll see you next time I have a random idea to put something where I have to say something on camera. See ya, guys.